Hello, this video is on how to do a basic calibration for an SE706 imperiometric Clark sensor. You should have already been able to see the membrane replacement video, so this is the follow-up video. So just to point out, this is again a SE706 and it's already inserted into the calibration beaker, and if you look closely you'll see there's a little bit of tap water in the bottom. Whenever we do a calibration, a basic calibration that's going to be for an application where it's ambient pressure, it's an immersion style installation or an ambient pressure pipe, we want to do 100% humidity calibration. So by putting a little bit of water in there and leaving the sensor for 15-30 minutes, that'll be a 100% relative humidity environment. So I've already got one set up here on the Portavo. Also, the other thing to remember is when we talked about the membrane replacement, at the end of the video, we talked about the importance of polarization. So whenever you go to do a calibration on an imperiometric Clark cell type DO sensor, you need to make sure that the sensor has been polarized. We typically say minimum of 6 hours, and we also recommend that if you're going to do PMs where you're going to do calibrations, plug the DO probe into your Portavo, into your transmitter, whether that be an Evo, a multi, whatever it might be, and let it power up and stay powered overnight. So the next morning when you come in, the DO probe is already polarized. If you don't do that and you calibrate it and put it into the process or the application, it could drift. And then of course your measurement's not going to be accurate. So right now we have it set up to go ahead and get started for a calibration. So I hit menu, go to the calibration icon. We're going to do an air calibration. I'm going to hit start. Now if you look here, my air pressure is 989 millibar. That's because there's a pressure device in the Portavo that automatically calculates or measures that air pressure, so you don't have to do anything. And then the relative humidity is already set to 100%. So I hit continue. So now this part of the calibration may take 30, 60 seconds, give or take. And once it's completed, we'll go ahead and view the calibration results and we'll apply that calibration to the SE706. So again, making sure that you're already polarized, so that way once it goes into the field, you're not going to have to worry about any kind of drift out of the electrode. So we should be coming up on the calibration results here. And so far it looks very good. And this would also apply to this SE715, this type of calibration, as well as the SE707. So those are, all three of those are Clark cell, imperiometric Clark cell sensors. This would not apply to the SE340 or the SE740, which are luminescent dissolved oxygen. So you see my 0 point is 0 nanoamps, slope is minus 59.5, response time 60 seconds. I go ahead and hit apply. And there we go. So this electrode DO sensor is ready to be taken into the field. Now keep in mind, if you leave it disconnected from a power source for more than 5 minutes, then you're going to lose the benefit of your polarization. So we recommend that you leave it connected to the Portavo, carry it out to the field and do your hot swap, unless you can do it in less than 5 minutes after you disconnect it. But I just recommend you leave it connected to the Portavo and just carry it out, do the hot swap, bring your other sensor back in for a PM as well. Do appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you in the next video.